Elsewhere tonight, an investigation has been launched after reports that racist, homophobic and misogynistic messages were shared between Gwent police officers. The content was uncovered by the Sunday Times after being found on an officer's phone following his death. Chief Constable Pam Kelly described the messages as abhorrent. Well, to discuss this, our reporter Hamish Owscree joins me now. Hamish, how exactly did all of this come about?
Well, it all relates to a man called Ricky Jones. He was a retired Gwent police officer when he took his own life back in 2020. Now, when he died, a member of his family went through his phone, and what the Sunday Times say they found was Gwent police officers openly talking about the sexual harassment of junior female officers, as well as using homophobic, misogynistic and racist language towards people, even talking about the leaking of potentially sensitive police information. Now, most of those messages too offensive to relay this evening, but we can show you two of them this evening. One text from a sergeant, or a former sergeant, said, "I thought I taught him well enough and how not to get caught." Now, that was in relation to another officer who had allegedly been heard on police radio having sex whilst on duty. In another exchange, Jones is texted by a colleague about a possible divorce. "If you need to hide some money," the text says, "I will look after it or open an account for you in my name if you want." Now, you'll maybe know hiding money before a divorce is illegal. That would have constituted serious fraud. Now, the reaction to this Sunday Times story is, as you'd imagine, has been condemnatory in the extreme. And earlier, I asked the Gwent Police and Crime Commissioner how he felt reading these allegations.
As a person, of course, I found them deeply offensive and unacceptable. In terms of the investigation, those are matters that will be taken on board by the Chief Constable, and we need to see what comes out of it. Obviously, evidence has to be gathered, has to be examined, so that a fair and reasonable decision can be made. And that is the job of the Chief Constable. Whilst I understand how people will feel worried and maybe lack confidence, we will be going out of our way to stress that normal, proper service for them and their well-being will continue.
And Hamish, this isn't the first time that the force has had to deal with something like this, is it?
No, we know that last month two very senior Gwent police officers were dismissed. Another retired before their disciplinary hearing. That hearing was about allegations of harassment and even sexual assault on junior officers. Now, in response to that, Pam Kelly, the Chief Constable of Gwent Police, said that that disciplinary action showed their commitment to stamping this kind of behaviour out. We can show you now the statement response from Pam Kelly to these latest allegations, first seen in the Sunday Times. She said, "The content we have been made aware of is abhorrent, and any officers identified by the investigation as having breached either professional standards or the criminal threshold will be held accountable." Now, we know that Wiltshire Police are helping Gwent Police with an independent investigation into these allegations. That's still ongoing, so we don't know when this will all be resolved.
Hamish Owscree, thank you very much.